Good Tuesday afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majeski back with you here in the North Georgia Majestic Weather Studios with the weather update here on your August the 19th, 2025. Well, we're definitely seeing a lot of heavy rain across portions of North Georgia for this afternoon. Definitely seeing a little more scattered showers and thunderstorms. We were anticipating that, but the heavy rain part of it wasn't quite sure we were going to see that much. But we'll give you an update on that. We're going to talk about the latest on Hurricane Erin. It is definitely weakened, but still a big wave machine out in the Atlantic that's going to be causing some problems all up and down the eastern seaboard. And we're going to give you an update on what we lovingly refer to as fake fall. I think you're going to love my 7-day forecast. It's looking pretty good out there, especially going into Tuesday of next week. Now, before we get going, if you're watching here on YouTube and you would like to make this part of your YouTube feed, please do me the favor. If you're living in North Georgia, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you're alerted on future content. And as always, if you have a weather-related question, please post it down below. Give me a thumbs up. It does help with that thing called the YouTube algorithm. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into that forecast right now. As we're seeing the rain falling down in Helen, Georgia, it's been a little stormy up there. We've had some pretty decent rains. I've seen some heavy rainfall amounts near Dahlonega of over 2.5 inches. So it has definitely been coming down in buckets. Now down toward Lake Lanier, not raining down here yet, but I think it's moving y'all's direction. Lake Lanier looking cloudy, and we're going to see some thunderstorms coming your way. Again, the folks here put this out here from the National Weather Service, putting that yellow area there under the gun for potential isolated flooding, and I think it's working out pretty well, especially heading down toward Dahlonega, LJ, and over toward Clayton. They've definitely seen some heavy rains there. Looking at the radar right now, you can see that there's been a slow drift here on the rain, kind of moving here toward the south. So kind of moving in. We've seen some rains across metro Atlanta as well. That's going to make for a messy rush hour home for a lot of folks. So again, just be careful out with some of these downpours. Cleveland getting some pretty good heavy rains now, moving into that area right now. In Gainesville, it's drifting in your direction, so watch out for that. Here goes your satellite imagery. You can see those blow up with thunderstorms here across extreme North Georgia showing up right through there. But again, that's going to set up for some more storms I think we'll see tomorrow. It'll just be interesting to see where those boundaries, leftover boundaries from yesterday, kind of set up. But we are going to see scattered storms again for tomorrow. Here's the bigger picture. I wanted to include our shot here of our hurricane out here, which is, nowhere near as organized as it was before. The CDO is just not as organized. We've got some dry air in it. There's some wind shear. High winds have been blowing above this thing, kind of making it inefficient as far as evacuating the heat that's going through the middle of it. So again, that's been some good news that it's weakened. It's down to 105 mile per hour winds, right? Topped out at 160 on Saturday when it was Cat 5. So we're down to 105, but still a very impressive wind field on this. We do have tropical storm warnings up here along the Outer Banks of North Carolina, and those wave conditions there are going to be quite impressive there as this thing continues to move up there toward the north. As you can see, it trying to get reorganized here a little bit there, but again, nowhere near as impressive on the satellite picture as it was looking, heck, just 24 hours ago. It's really gone downhill a lot. Now, I do want to go ahead and show you the model data here as far as the potential here as far as the wave action along the coast. It's going to be quite impressive here as I go ahead and show you that. So let's go switch over to the model data here as we go into tomorrow especially. So that's when conditions are really going to go down here on Wednesday afternoon. The Georgia coast, we're talking wave action 10 to 12 feet, all up and down the Carolina coast, and then really coming up to almost near 20 feet there on the Outer Banks of North Carolina. That purple, by the way, that's 50-foot seas. I wouldn't want to be out in that thing. I'd definitely be getting seasick. But the good news is this thing moves on out. So if you go into the beaches this weekend, I think you're all right. I think everything begins to settle on down at that point. You'll be seeing things much, much improved at that point. So let's go look at your forecast model here again. We're looking unsettled again for tomorrow. I'm keeping the forecast 30 to 50%, depending on where the showers and thunderstorms set up for tomorrow. But definitely going to have that air. It'll back off a little bit on Thursday, but then come right back up into Saturday and Sunday. Temperatures are going to be noticeably cooler there. Not so much for cooler weather as it's going to be just high rain chances and clouds coming at us during that period. So let's go take a look at your forecast maps here from the National Weather Service. I'll kind of step you on through this. Kind of watch that little timestamp there on the top there, as it's kind of highlighting the days of the week. So there's your Wednesday map there. This is their first cold front coming on through. There it is on your late in the day on Wednesday. So here's our frontal system coming on through. Here's our hurricanes getting picked up by that system as it's going to get kicked on out of here. But it's the cold front coming in this weekend, okay? That's the one we're going to be watching. Check that one on Saturday. This is the one here that's going to be bringing in that nice cool air coming down south here in the wake of that hurricane moving on out. We'll have decent rain chances for Friday and Saturday. Sunday will back off as that frontal system comes on through, and then Monday and Tuesday, we're talking sunshine, lower humidity, and definitely cooler temperatures. You want to stick around for my 7-day. I think you'll see what I'm talking about here. So here's your forecast for Gainesville. 90-71, still very much a summer day. Again, rain chances ranging from 30 to 50% right now. Gainesville itself about 30%, but that again could change depending on where the thunderstorms get flared up. Rain's ending tonight, low 70s, most locations, upper 60s in the mountains. Tomorrow's highs, upper 80s, low 90s, scattered showers and thunderstorms. Looks like a typical August forecast there for you guys going into your Wednesday. And then as we go into the regional outlook here, back of the temperatures off in Nashville and Memphis, they're flirting with the century mark today. So 93, 94 for tomorrow, 92 in Columbus, 93 in Savannah, and 90 over into Charlotte. Okay, drum roll. Here we go. 7-day forecast. Here we go. Let's bring this in as we're looking at the temperatures here, backing off in the low 80s, around 70 because of high rain chances for Friday and Saturday. Front comes in sometime Sunday afternoon. 85-65 on Monday, 81-62. That's for Gainesville on Tuesday. So you guys up there in Blue Ridge, Blairsville, Hiawassee, Clayton, anywhere in those North Georgia areas, LJ, Dahlonega maybe, you're looking at probably upper 70s and maybe upper 50s, maybe mid-50s for lows going into Tuesday morning. I even saw a low in Blairsville getting down to 50 on one of the models. So definitely a fake fall, false autumn, whatever you want to call it, coming in here as we go toward the end of the, starting the beginning of next week. So we'll be a little wet as we finish off this week, but next week is looking very good. So I hope you guys are able to enjoy it. And I think we're pretty much done with the extreme heat. I think we're in store for, I'm not saying we won't warm up again going into September, but I just don't think we're going to see the extreme heat coming back at us. All right, that's y'all's update for today. Again, I appreciate you guys watching us here on YouTube. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and it'd be an honor and pleasure to have you on board. All right, that's y'all's update. Take it easy, be good, stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.